In the recent past, Zelensky was thrown out of the White House without even a lunch or a dinner. But then they have both got onto the talking table, and finally, after a lot of haggling and fiery meetings, the minerals deal between Ukraine and US has been signed. The agreement signed in Washington DC on the last Wednesday gives US preferential access to new Ukrainian minerals and natural resources license. In return, the US will provide financial and military assistance to Ukraine to help the country rebuild after the war. This happened because suddenly Trump, out of the blue, put across a bill of more than $350 billion, saying that that was spent by the Biden government on the war efforts of Ukraine with Russia. Zelensky says that that was not spent, but then Trump's stand is that it was spent, and that is how he haggled out the minerals deal with Zelensky, giving him some kind of security for building infrastructure after the war, and he has promised that he will try to put the war to a stop and ask Putin to come onto the peace tables. But then let us see what happens. So what is this deal exactly about? On this deal, few details only have been released, and this is supposed to be historic. And under this deal, the United States and Ukraine Reinvestment Fund will be established. This fund will be jointly managed by the Ukraine and the US on an equal partnership basis. Ukraine will have full ownership of this, and US will not have government agencies taking out the minerals, but will put private industry into extracting the minerals. The Ukraine's Ministry of Economy said that the US will contribute to the fund directly or indirectly through new military assistance, and Kyiv will contribute 50% of revenues from the exploitation of natural resources via licenses in the fields of critical materials, oil and gas. It was suggested that it would also cater for air defense systems for Ukraine. So, as per the data of the Ukraine's economy ministry, the country holds deposits of 22 of the 34 minerals classified as critical by the European Union. Its critical minerals include precious and non-precious metals like ferroalloys and minerals like titanium, zirconium, graphite and lithium. Also, Ukraine has rare earth materials, a group of 17 metallic minerals including lanthanum, cerium, neodymium, which are essential for high-tech applications in electronics, defense, aerospace and renewable energy. And Ukraine conjures up about 17% of all these rare earth materials, and so finally it is a win-win situation for both US and Ukraine, because the support to Ukraine in the warmongering still carries on, and US benefits with all these minerals because it can be used by US, and these are generally not available to US from anywhere else. So let us see how this whole thing develops into the future for the world geopolitics. Jai Hind.